I just put this plant here because I thought that it was gonna like, you know, spruce up the room instead of there being like a white wall, and it just looks crazy, so just go with it. What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Keaton, and today's video is going to be a Q&A, and I'm so excited to sit down and talk to you guys because I feel like obviously I haven't uploaded in like 3 weeks, I think it's been, so I know that's been quite a while for me to normally not upload, and I wanted to just strictly sit down and talk to you guys. Lately when I've been doing like Q&As and stuff, I've been doing them in makeup videos or throwing them in a vlog, and I just wanted to just only sit down and answer questions from you guys. If you're not following me on Instagram, then you definitely missed out on the questions post that I posted on my story asking you guys to ask me things. So don't forget to go follow me on Instagram because that is where I stay up to date with you guys a lot. So in the 3 weeks that I haven't been on YouTube as much, I've been on Instagram, I've been on TikTok and Pinterest. I do all of those things. So if you guys want to stay up to date with me, definitely go on those platforms. But today's video, I'm going to be answering the questions that you guys asked me on Instagram. The first question is, if you could move anywhere else right now, where would it be? Well, obviously I love being around my family, so like besides Texas, which I think I would ideally one day, I want to be like back by my family. I don't really know when that is, I don't have a plan, but I do think I want to be close to my family just because I'm always flying to see them. But if not Texas, I would choose anywhere on the East Coast. I say that because I've never lived anywhere over there and I don't normally visit the East Coast a lot. So like normally I always go to like LA or anywhere in California, and now I'm living in Oregon. So there's so many places I feel like on the East Coast I just haven't visited before. I've obviously been to New York, but I don't think I could do living in New York. I just have like, I don't know, I'm very much a homebody, and I feel like everyone in New York is so like go, go, go that I would feel like I'm not really keeping up. I don't know, just any of those East Coast places like right close to New York, I would love to live by them just because I feel like it would be really nice. I think what's really cool about like my job and what I'm doing right now is that I probably won't later in my life have the opportunity to like move around to a bunch of states and live in different cities. So because I have that opportunity right now, I'm trying to like take advantage of it and be in Portland and love where I'm at right now and not really focus on where I'm gonna end up or where I'm gonna move in the future. I'm just like living life, you know? Also, this extension and like all of my extensions are very much out at the moment. I need to go get my hair done, but if you see them, just mind your business, okay? Like, I don't need to comment about it. I know that they're out. Okay, worst purchase of 2021 and best purchase of 2021. I don't necessarily have anything that I can think of right off the bat that I'm like, oh my god, that was a terrible item I bought. I feel like I do all the time with Amazon stuff because I go on TikTok and I see people. Oh, this is a good example. The other day I was on TikTok and I saw someone using Velcro rollers to like get their hair, like their ends like all flipped up and cute. And so I was like, oh, I'm gonna order Velcro rollers. I ordered Velcro rollers. I ordered one of those round brushes because I was like, I'm gonna give myself like dry bar-esque hair. It was so horrible and my hair did not look cute whatsoever. It was not a serve. I have no idea how to use them. I don't even know how to use a round brush. So I would say like I regret a lot of the things that TikTok makes me buy. Like people on TikTok make everything look so easy, and then you go and you buy it on Amazon or you like attempt to do it like a makeup look or hair, and it's just not easy. It's like really hard. So I would say those. Best purchase I would think of, I'll give two. My first one would be my hummingbird feeder. Honestly, that's the best purchase of 2021 because you know what? It brings me so much joy. If you guys don't, like I said, follow me on Instagram, you guys wouldn't know. I'm always posting on Instagram. My hummingbird, I've named him Dennis the Menace because he's always outside on my hummingbird feeder and he is guarding the hummingbird feeder and like not letting anyone else share the food, okay? Okay, update. That's Dennis on the bottom, and little Pinky girl is drinking, and she has low-key taken over. Like, she literally got so fed up with Dennis, and I just looked over and she like has taken over. Look, he's trying to come back and get some more, and she's like, boy, if you don't get out of here, you smell, get off. Maybe she'll let him. Is she gonna let him? Oh, she's looking at him crazy, but come on, Dennis. Try one more time. Oh, nope, she told him no. She told him no. Oh my God. And so I call him Dennis the Menace, but I love him and he's like my pet and I watch him every day and he's always out there. And so I love my hummingbird feeder because I don't have any pets. I don't have a dog or a cat. And so I get to just watch them out my window all day and they're so freaking cute and they're literally right on my window, so I get to like see them up close and like look at them and they're adorable. Such a grandma answer. But also I would say my second purchase would be my Balenciaga bag that I bought when I was in New York. I bought it for myself for my birthday. Do you and Brandon have arguments? I thought this was so funny because I just don't know how you could assume that couples don't have arguments. Obviously you guys only see what I post online, and honestly I don't really talk that much about Brandon and I's relationship, which I'll talk about later, but like, I don't know why you would think we don't have arguments. Obviously, living so close to each other, always seeing each other, moving to a new state, we've gone through so many different transitions. We were long distance for 3 years. Like, there was a lot that was going on, and I feel like it's just bound to have simple disagreements. But I wouldn't say we necessarily have any huge arguments ever. Like, I've never had an argument with Brandon that I'm like, oh my God, like I can't stand you, or like we want to break up. Like, we've never had any argument like that ever. We definitely disagree on certain things, but it doesn't ever affect us. I feel like if you're having arguments all the time where you feel like you're like, oh my God, I need to get out of this, I don't think that that's necessarily normal, because you can have disagreements without wanting to like leave the relationship or be on the verge of breaking up. If you're having arguments all the time about something little and it's like pushing you to want to break up with that person, I feel like that's not normal. Minor disagreements here and there, differences of opinion are fine, and obviously we have those, but like nothing major ever. Also, I think with Brandon and I, because we don't live alone, if we're ever having like a slight disagreement, or maybe we're not even disagreeing about anything, where we're annoyed, maybe we've been around each other for too many days in a row, it's really nice that we live in different apartments. That way, like, I can just like be home, put myself in a good headspace before I like hang out with him or go to call him or see him or whatever. It's always important to like have your own space. Even if you guys live together, go outside, take a little walk, go around the block, maybe drive somewhere and listen to music. Like, go out on your own. If you're just like sitting with that person in like silence and it's super awkward, I think it makes things worse. What is your favorite quality about yourself, and then something you're working on? I would say my favorite quality about myself is that I am strong-willed, and I feel like I wouldn't say irritated, but I would say I get very confused when I'm around certain people who don't know what they want, or they don't stick to a decision they're making, because I am very much a type of person where like I know exactly what I do and don't want, and I'm also very strong-willed where like if I say I'm not going to do something, or I say I am going to do something, I 100% will, and I cannot deal with people who are not like that. People who say they're going to do one thing and do the opposite, it really bothers me. And so obviously I would say I like the quality that I have, which is I am very strong-willed and I do stick by what I say. I would say one thing I don't like about myself is that I'm pretty reactive, and I wish I wasn't like that. I don't know how to change that about myself. When I say reactive, I mean like emotionally. Like, if something starts to frustrate me, like I cry like easily out of frustration. Like, I get so irritated, or I get so angry, or I get so sad, whatever, but I get like that really quickly. Like, it can be something that's not super serious, or it can be really serious, but it's like super elevated emotions very quickly. I feel like I'm reactive in that way. So if something irritates me and I get upset about it really quick, like 5 minutes after I'm done being really upset, I regret the way that I was acting when I was upset. Does that make sense? Like, I wish that I didn't let things irritate me as much as they do. I wish I would be the person that's just like, it's okay, like just take a deep breath. But I'm just like not that person. If something is really upsetting me, I'm gonna like freak out in the moment, and then like 10 minutes later I'm gonna be like, why did you act that way? That was like so irrational. So I wish I wasn't as reactive, I guess. Why don't you film that much? We miss your vlogs. So I've been wanting to talk about this, and I really feel like I've definitely neglected some of you guys over here on my YouTube channel, and it's something that I think about every single day, and I don't know when or where things kind of started to, I don't know, I just kind of like lost all structure on YouTube. I feel like it was a combination of a lot of things. I think it was a combination of the pandemic. Like, I didn't know when all of a sudden I was thrown into a pandemic and we were like in the house. I didn't know how to create structure on YouTube and create like, okay, I'm gonna upload these days and this is the type of videos I'm gonna upload. It was really hard, and I think because everything within the past year or so has changed so fast, it was kind of hard for me to keep up. For example, it was kind of like when the pandemic was happening, it was like everyone's making DIYs or Amazon hauls, cooking videos, workouts at home, and some of those things weren't genuine to who I am, so it was kind of hard for me to find my own space on YouTube and create that kind of routine and type of videos that I really like to do. And I know a lot of you guys love the older videos I used to do, such as like my music of the month videos and things like that, but I am only really able to do things that I'm passionate about. I cannot sit on here and like fake things. So like if I'm not super passionate about making music playlists anymore, which I'm really not that passionate about it. I love music. Music's like a huge part of my life, but I'm not that passionate about it anymore. So I'm not going to, for the sake of a YouTube video, sit down and try and find songs that I've never heard of and put them in a playlist and be like, I love these. That's just not how I am. So obviously those kind of went out, which is why I don't do them. After the pandemic, then I moved here to Oregon, and it's definitely been really difficult because I don't have anyone or anywhere to go anymore to kind of film different content. So for example, when I was living in Arizona, I had like my whole group of girlfriends, and we would have girls' nights, and we would go do shoot days, we would go to dinner, they would come over to my house and we would watch movies or, you know, do whatever. I had different girls that I could hang out with, and I felt like bringing those people in and having them in vlogs and vlogging me doing Friendsgiving and doing a bunch of stuff was a lot more entertaining for you guys than what my reality is now. And the reality is now is that I'm a brand owner and I work at home literally from 7 a.m. until 7 p.m. every single day. I sit at home and I work on my laptop, I work on my phone, I go grocery shopping, sometimes I take a walk, and that's the reality of my life, and I just need to find a way to share that with you guys to where I don't feel like I'm boring you. I know a lot of you guys still like my vlogs, and I love sharing my life with you, but sometimes when you're recording your own personal life over and over and over, it gets to a point where you're like, am I boring people? Does my audience still like me? And so it's kind of difficult for me to vlog every day like I used to, because I don't feel like the things I'm doing are as exciting as they used to be. And none of that means I'm not happy with the way that things are now, but my life is really different. When I went into the pandemic, Nat and I were probably a year in, maybe less, to our clothing brand, and we didn't even have half as much of the work that we have to do now. Now, Nat and I are running a full-on brand. We're like full-on business owners. I have employees, I've got interns, I've got a lot of people that I have to work with every single day, and they require me to be on top of my job. So it doesn't mean that YouTube comes second, but at the same time, I just need to find a way to incorporate the lifestyle that I live now with you guys, because I know it's really important to you. But that does mean that sometimes I have lull periods where I don't upload. For example, the past 3 weeks have been insane, and that's because Black Friday is one of the biggest times of the year, especially for brand owners, small businesses, and stuff like that. And so all my time has literally been focused on flying to LA and doing photo shoots and coming up with concepts and doing all of this stuff that takes so much time. And in the middle of that, I'm like, when am I gonna have time to vlog this? Like, I'm so focused on everything that I'm doing. So that's just a super long explanation as to why I've been so distant over here on YouTube, but I promise you guys, I'm not stopping uploading. Like, I don't want you guys to think like, oh my god, she hasn't uploaded for this long, like, is she done? YouTube is always gonna be a passion of mine, and I love YouTube. I'm still gonna do Vlogmas. I'm doing Vlogmas this year. I've got gift guide videos coming up. I've got fashion videos coming up, because I know you guys really enjoyed me like becoming a stylist, and I really love that series. What is something that you did this year that you are most proud of? Honestly, I would say anything with Twin Flames related. I'm really proud of that. I'm really proud of my brand, and I love being able to have an outlet to be creative in a way that is not just social media. Obviously, I love social media. It's my #1 passion. It's something that I love to do. I love sharing my life with you guys. I love editing videos. I love everything about it, honestly. but I will say having a completely different outlet, being a brand owner, having a clothing brand like Twin Flames, and being able to come up with photo shoot concept, come with pieces, work with brands. We're currently doing a collaboration with Vibe Season, which, if you guys know, I've literally worked with Vibe Season for years. I've loved them for so long, and so it's really cool to be able to collaborate with one of my favorite brands. So I would say something I'm most proud of is just any work I get to do with Twin Flames. It's always something that I really pride myself in. My favorite holiday Starbucks drink. Oh my gosh, you guys. This is definitely hit or miss because I've been seeing some people saying like they hate this drink, but the sugar cookie almond milk latte at Starbucks is so amazing. So my two go-to Starbucks orders for the holidays are the sugar cookie almond milk latte, but I get it with oat milk because I hate Starbucks almond milk. It literally tastes like I don't know, it just tastes like nuts. Like, I don't know how to explain it. And then I always get a vanilla sweet cream cold brew with 2 pumps of peppermint. Sometimes I do 3 if I'm feeling, you know, freaky, but I love peppermint. It will literally change the game. Add 2 pumps of peppermint, and any iced like latte you guys get, you can get a vanilla latte, but I get the vanilla sweet cream cold brew with peppermint, and it will literally change your life. It's so good. I'm actually, now that I just said that, I think I'm gonna Postmates it because it sounds so good right now. When are we getting an apartment tour? I don't know if you guys are gonna get an apartment tour of this apartment. Honestly, I know that sounds crazy because I've always filmed every place I've lived in, but I will say this apartment is like just so different than my last apartment. My last apartment I had in Arizona was like my dream. I loved it so much. It had so much space and I just loved where it was. This apartment is so much smaller than that, and I have way too much stuff. So it's not at all organized. It's not at all like aesthetically pleasing. If you guys could see what's like on this side of the camera right now, it is just boxes of clothes. My closet's mess. So I don't know if it's necessarily an apartment that I'm like super obsessed with every single aspect of it, and a lot of the furniture is very much the same, so it's nothing you haven't seen before. It's literally the same couch. I've got literally only a different bed. Every single part is the same. My desk, my chair, my rug, my everything is the same. So probably not gonna film an apartment tour of this place, and this is not somewhere I really want to stay forever, this apartment, so I'll probably move because it's just really small and I think I need to find a space that's bigger. What happened to your podcast? So I did have a podcast which I started in quarantine and I absolutely loved it, and like I said, kind of with my music of the month videos, I started my podcast because I was like genuinely obsessed with it, and literally Twin Flames took over my life. I don't know how much more I can say that. I'm sure it's so annoying for you guys in every video for me to be like, I work all day every day, because I understand everyone works all day every day, but going from a college student and having like free time to do whatever I wanted, and then going after college to working all day every day on a brand is really different. And so I started the podcast when I was like, I need something to do. I didn't have that much work to do with Twin Flames. I was already doing social, and then all of a sudden Twin Flames like kind of took off, and I was like, oh crap, like I'm not gonna be able to film these every single week. Lately I've been really thinking about bringing it back. I think it could be something that I'm really interested in, and I do know that you guys love the podcast. I check my podcast app that I have all the time, and you guys still listen to that episode so much, which is crazy. Like, you guys listen to like my camera cut off, but you guys listen to those episodes all the time, and it makes me really happy because I only put out like 5 episodes, but they've done so well. And recently I've been thinking about starting it again. I don't really know what I would do with it. Like, I really want to have a different structure. I never thought about having guests on my podcast ever. Like, it was a solo podcast that I was just doing for fun. But lately I've been thinking about having guests and different people. And since you guys loved the Louisa episode so much, I've definitely been thinking about doing stuff like that more. Do you pay influencers to wear your clothing brand? No, we don't pay anyone to wear our clothes at all. We just do PR gifting. So Nat and I will just reach out to different people that we think will look great in it. We also work with an amazing PR agency, and our agency has like a lot more celebrity contacts than we would have contacts with. So the times that you guys have seen, you know, Hilary Duff or Cami Mendez. I was going to say Camila Mendez. And what's her name? Yeah, Cami Mendez. I'm so bad at names. But like different celebrities like that, that is because of our PR agency. But for example, like Dixie D'Amelio, she always wears Twin Flames. We just got her address by messaging someone who is with her, like works for her, and then we just send her gifting every month. So we don't pay anyone to wear our clothes, which makes it even more special because that just means that celebrities or influencers or whoever, even our customers in general, like Nat literally called me the other day at the airport and was like, someone is wearing our sweatpants and they're at like the baggage claim area, and I'm freaking out, and that just makes us so happy. The fact that anyone wears our clothes makes us so happy. And then obviously when we see celebrities, we're like, that's just really crazy, because that means like pieces we've created, people really love, and they're cozy and they're comfy in it and they love to wear it. So yeah, there's just different ways to give people. You can get a PR agency, or you can just DM a bajillion people and see who responds. Like literally I DM every single person and I'm like, can you send me your address and I can send you stuff? How do you maintain a routine or go to bed early? I wouldn't say my days are as structured as they used to be, especially because I don't have classes. I don't have a trainer to go work out, which that was something that got me in a really good routine when I was in Arizona. That's one thing I lack here, is a workout routine. And I wanted to originally get a trainer when I moved out to Oregon, but I haven't really found any I like. And I honestly, if I'm being honest, I think the reason why I lack a routine here, I lack going to the gym or finding a trainer, or I don't reach out to as many people or hang out with as many people here in Oregon. Like I don't try and find a bunch of like friends or, you know, girl groups or anything like that, is because I don't see myself staying here very long. I definitely wouldn't want to like buy a home here and live here long term. So I feel like in the back of my mind, it definitely prevents me from doing some of the things I did in Arizona. When I was in Arizona, when I moved there, I knew I was going to be there for the next 3-4 years. So I was like, okay, I have to get in a routine of something. I have to get a trainer. I need to like make different girlfriends. I need to go here. I need to like establish relationships with different people, because I knew I was going to be there for a long time. And that's not a really good way to like look at it. Like whether I'm here for 5 months or 5 years or whatever the time is, I should probably try and make friends or try and get into a routine of some sort. But I think in the back of my mind, that's what limits me to doing those things, because I'm like, why am I gonna go do that if I'm just gonna leave, or I'm just gonna move, I'm gonna do whatever. So maybe that's why I just don't have a workout structure, and I think that's something that I want, but I'm also the only one stopping myself from doing that. Have you ever dealt with your friends not liking Brandon at first? If so, how did you feel? Luckily, I have literally like the most likable boyfriend in the entire world. If anything, every single person I've ever met likes him way more than me. He's very personable. He talks to everybody. He's literally so kind, and he's so selfless in every single way. And not to say that I'm like this horrible, selfish monster, but I'm not necessarily a people person. I'm very like socially anxious a lot of times, so it's hard for me to just like open up and be like very much myself with people, and he's the opposite. So everyone really loves him. So I've never dealt with anyone being like, I don't like your boyfriend. Like, I'm so confused. If you don't like Brandon, like something's wrong with you, honestly. Like that's how I feel, because I've never met someone who doesn't. I will say though, this question is like, it needs to be specific. Why is the reason that they don't like your boyfriend? Because if it's for like petty things, I don't think that you should take into account what your friend has to say, because I think everyone acts very different in relationships. You know, how you act in a relationship is very different than how you act with like your best friend, because that's not the person that you're connected to in like a more loving way. So obviously you have different perception of your partner based on, you know, what you guys have together. But I will say, if it's something that is like concerning, like if it comes with their past or things that they may know about them or characteristics that they see in your partner when you're not around, I think that is something to take into consideration. You know, if they're acting like super out of character when they're with just your friends and you're not there, stuff like that, or when they're out, I think you should definitely consider those things and really like think about that, because those are things that could really like hurt you guys later on down the road. But if it's petty stuff, honestly, I wouldn't let your friends be too much of a factor in that, because they don't know, you know, your partner the way that you do. So that is all the questions that I have from you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed this Q&A. If you guys are not yet, please go follow me on Instagram because I'm always talking to you guys over there and I love getting to like interact with you, talk to you on stories and DMs, posts, all of that kind of stuff. And also, I want to let you guys know I am doing Vlogmas, as I already said, but I'm going to be doing week in my life Vlogmas, which means every single week I will upload a week in my life up until Christmas, and I'm super excited about it because you guys know I love Vlogmas and I know you guys do too. I'm also going to upload some gift guides, some styling videos, other videos in between Vlogmas, but I'm really excited about it and I just hope that you guys stick around. I appreciate you guys so much for always being so patient with me and following me. Even though I take so many breaks and I know that I'm not as consistent as I was, it means so much to me when I come back and you guys are like, I missed you, or I love these videos. It like just lets me know that you guys still care and I just love it so much. So thank you guys so much and I will see you guys next time. Bye.